Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Hello and welcome to Six in the Cities. I'm today's host, Tanya Peterson. I am so excited to take you viewers inside the world of the Chanhassen Dinner Theaters for the amazing production of Mary Poppins. And I'm joined today by Mr. Mart King, who plays the role of Bert. So welcome, Mart, or should I call you Bert?
You can call me whatever you want. I will respond to either one.
Let's go with Mart.
Excellent. Perfect.
Well, perfect. I enjoyed the show so much. And for our viewers who haven't seen it yet, kind of tell us how it is that your character interacts with the people in the audience.
Stars come up, spotlight comes up, and there I am. And I'm the narrator of the show. I'm the connection between the audience and the show itself. Speaking directly to the kids and telling them the story and seeing their reactions. And there's sometimes right before those lights come up where if I know I have a kid sitting right next to me, I'll kind of wave to him in the dark.
And you actually jumped up right by our booth, so I know what those little kids feel like.
Exactly.
You've been in so many other productions and things. What's this one like in comparison to some of the other roles you've played?
This is a dream role for any actor, really, because you get to do everything. You sing, you dance, you act, tap dancing, regular musical theater dancing. You have to use an accent. It kind of encompasses everything that you want to be able to do in theater.
Your sweet gentility is crystal clear.
It's crystal clear.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with you.
A jolly, jolly holiday.
This summer, you are a teacher at some of the great camps that Chanhassen has for children.
The Chan Musical Theater Camp, it's a highly successful camp. You have a class every day in dance, singing, acting, costuming, lighting, or stage combat. And it's also a great introduction to theater if you've never done theater, because it's a really no pressure, just have fun situation.
And these kids get to interact with such professionals like yourself
Right.
on a real stage. And these kids also get a little spiff, right?
Yes, every camper that comes to the camp gets a free ticket to Mary Poppins.
Nice. I'd do it just for that.
Me too.
Before I let you go, we have Mary Poppins about to join us. So tell me, what's it like working with Anne?
Working with Anne Michaels. Anne is one of my favorite actresses ever. I was very thrilled that she got the role because we do work so well together. There's moments in the show where I'm laughing at what she's doing, and it works because it looks like Bert's laughing at Mary, but I'm actually laughing at what she's doing because she just entertains me so much.
Well, I thought she was spectacular, so what you're kind of saying is you're a fan.
I'm a big fan of Anne Michaels.
All right, well, I'm a fan of yours too. Thank you.
The sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Well, welcome back to Six in the Cities. I'm your host today, Tanya Peterson, and I am over the moon today to be joined by Miss Anne Michaels, who plays Mary Poppins at the Chanhassen Dinner Theater. Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
I'm such a fan. I enjoyed your show so very much.
I'm glad to hear that because I love this play, this musical, so much that my hope and desire is that people come and they enjoy themselves.
What did you do specifically to prepare for Mary Poppins?
I took all the time I needed to read all the books by P.L. Travers. I watched documentaries about the author. I wanted to know where this magical creature, Mary Poppins, came from. And I don't think I've ever been so mentally prepared for a show before.
I was tired after one night of just watching. How do you possibly keep up the stamina to do this 8 shows a week?
You know, stamina is an interesting topic because there are some shows that I do where I can actually have somewhat of a normal life and do my 8 shows a week. But with this one, I have to really manage my time and my energy, and I think about it every day. I wake up in the morning, I wiggle my voice around, what do I have? So I know how hard I have to work in order to have the voice I need by 8 p.m.
I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the amazing songs, because the entire drive home from Chanhassen, I am singing Spoonful of Sugar all day.
Your information is faulty. Open. For a spoonful of sugar, that's the medicine. Go down, the medicine. Go down, medicine. Go down. Just a spoonful of sugar, that's the medicine. Go down in the most delightful way.
Spoonful of Sugar, Let's Go Fly a Kite, Supercalifragilistic. They're all in there.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
They have to be reimagined in a way in order to be on a stage. For instance, Walt Disney had the ability to make dancing penguins happen.
Sure.
You know, cartoons.
Special effects.
Special effects, that's what we call them.
So we were going to fly in today, but we just didn't have it set up for
That's
you.
right. That's
We need Disney.
next time. The team that put together the musical did a phenomenal job of adding to this story with music.
Well, prior to our interview, you and I were talking a little bit about the story, and we were both commenting that it's still so timely for today. Don't you agree?
I absolutely do. When Cameron McIntosh approached P.L. Travers, the writer of all the Mary Poppins books, she was already in her 90s. And she was absolutely insistent that if they made a stage musical, she did not want any of the people who worked on the film to work on the musical. They really, really did a phenomenal job of knitting together what existed of the Mary Poppins story from the movie into this new creation, which is the musical. I am so proud to invite my friends and family to the Chanhassen. You show up, you get to order this phenomenal meal.
The food was so good. I ordered the steak, upgraded it with the béarnaise and the lobster, and the food was impeccable. It was wonderful.
And then a man in a tuxedo comes out and he greets the audience. He announces birthdays and anniversaries, and he just gets you in the mood, in the spirit of now we're going to see something special. And then the orchestra comes in with the downbeat of the play, and off we go for an adventure.
Where's my lock? You let my little lock out of his cage. Now you will bear the full brunt of my rage.
We feel gratified at the end of every evening that, you know, our job was worthwhile.
What I noticed too is that there was a table right in front of us with a family of about 10. There were little kids, there were the teenagers, there were the mom and dad, you could tell grandma and grandpa. There was like the entire family could come and watch this show, have an amazing meal, and create that experience that you remember forever. And that's what theater is, right?
And this play in particular, I think, can span many generations. A little child's going to be able to come and watch Mary Poppins pull some magic tricks.
Sure.
And you know, there are people of a certain age who are all going to be familiar with the movies. And before that, people who were big fans of the books, which were written, you know, beginning in the late 30s. So, you know, grandchildren, children, parents, and grandparents alike are going to come in and be able to resonate with this story, which I think is really moving. I love at the end, Mary Poppins, as she's getting ready to leave the family, she sings a tender little song, and you get the sense that this was a special experience for her, and she doesn't really want to leave, but she knows it's time to go. And I'm always so gratified.
Goosebumps.
Good. I'm always so gratified when I hear people sniffling out in the audience, because I know that they're right there with her and they feel the same way, that this was something so magical and special that they got to be a part of, and it is going to be hard to say goodbye.
And I just want to let our viewers know that because you are doing such a fantastic job, this has been extended now, right? So if you haven't been there yet, you can still get a ticket, right?
Yeah, we are going to run until October 24th. And that makes me so happy. There's nothing worse than having to close a show when people are still hankering to get in and beating down the doors. So I think the Chanhassen made a really wise decision in extending this.
Well, wonderful. And I am so happy that you came on today's show.
Likewise, you're
I'm going to
so
come see
sweet.
the show again.
Thank you, yay, bring friends.